Yes. Just wanted to connect with you for a moment.
With pleasure. You know, this resting together, it's funny that we call it connecting, but
Mm-hmm.
to me it's like this resting together allows us seeing into some of the habits that normally escape our noticing effortlessly without any doing what it just starts to be seen, you could say. And that's the value in a sense of this. It's just like it's not about any effort or any getting anywhere. It's just like a self-correcting mechanism that as it sees, it just automatically adjusts itself.
Yes, it really felt now like surfing on love, and within that direct transformation, and then it got so quiet that it feels really like I don't know how to say it, a still point.
Yeah.
Total peace. It's transformed so quickly.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful to see this, and yeah, it's really grateful for everything. Yeah.
Happy to hear. Yeah, I love that we can see that it's not a doing. You know, it's just like I would say it's grace, or it's just it's just this resting, and then somehow there's a fineness in awareness that just can make these little distinctions that just autocorrect like that, and then we have a direct experience of peace. You could say like that.
Yeah. High frequency, right?
Yeah. And that also then vibrates and shows where there's other things playing in the system that haven't been quite seen. It's beautiful, and they have a chance to be seen and felt and met, and again
But
with
in
no
your,
effort.
yes, and in your experience, I have the feeling that everything is transform also quicker. Can you say something about that? For my feeling, it's like it's transform quicker and quicker.
Yeah. So, you know, um, it's like part of the mechanism is it's never really felt safe, and it's never felt it's okay to show itself.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like as that sense of safety, you know, gets recognized, then
Yeah.
that process speeds up tremendously, because there's no trying to change anything or work on anything or do anything. It's just resting and allowing, you know, it all happens through the agency of awareness without any doing whatsoever. And so somehow, yeah.
Yeah, my system is also responding to it. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, as far as I can see, there's no end to the exploration. It just keeps showing us finer and finer movements. And
Yes. And
it's like a never-ending love story. Yeah.
Sometimes I hear people say there are now children born with no karma or no patterns and things like that. And do you know something about this?
You know, I don't know how people come up with that, because for sure everything that all the exploring that you and Jeroen have participated in, of course the benefits of that get passed into your family. So whether they were born with less, it just depends, you know. It's like, I have no idea. It seems like, you know, it seems like, you know, especially looking around now, this with through this lens of corona, there's like an aspect of consciousness that wants to be safe, even if, you know, like the world economy has to come to an end. And even if a lot of people suffer for it, the yearning to feel safe is so strong. And yet you can never feel safe. That's the whole thing, because it's like it's not within our control. It's like life is just doing its dance. The only way to feel safe is to be completely at peace with living and dying. It's like then nothing can touch. But if there's any holding on to anything, there's going to be some sense of not being safe.
Yeah.
So this, you know, there's some nervous systems that are really looking to feel safe, and we can see you can build how many atomic bombs so that you can feel safe, but then the atomic bombs themselves become a problem that you don't feel safe from. You know, it's just like, it's a never-ending story. So it's like, okay, it's just really exploring deeply into that. Like, in one sense, you know, if we really look deeply, we don't know what's going on. And so that you could say the wisdom of insecurity, of not knowing, we just don't know. And we can't hold on to any experience, and we can't hold on to anything, actually, you know, like it's not, everything comes and goes. So
Yes.
when that's deeply seen, then maybe something can relax and not take the whole movie so seriously. You know, you can't hold on to your youth, your health, your anything. In the end, you know, I mean, on a nightly basis, we say goodbye to everything, and we love it, actually. But
Yeah.
somehow then there's habits of trying to hold on and trying to control and move things in a certain way that our mind tells us will make us happy. Yeah.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thanks, Lovey. Yeah.
Isaac?
Ah, Sandra, I see you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just connecting in this love affair.
Ah, how exquisite. For me, it's like when life meets itself like this, it feels like a caress. It feels, it's just, yeah, simple, beautiful, profound.
Yeah, and completely full. It's like the whole world is in it.
Yeah.
And very much heartful feeling also.
Yeah. And what's beautiful is as we kind of rest in it, it just deepens because it's, in our everyday life, it's like, it's so quick that it moves into a habit of,
yes. Yeah.
of functioning. And it's rare that we have the feedback of another nervous system that doesn't want anything. It's just, also refining itself moment by moment by moment.
I've just turned it on. Isaac. Now I see you again. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And just I know you hear it all the time, but there is so much. I feel so much gratitude because I feel it's so. It really is such a privilege to connect with you like this, to be somehow in the everyday life, on one part, and to go out with that and to see of how it is possible to stay with this love affair. And it's so great, that to have this possibility, because in the silent retreat, it's beautiful, it's such a great field, but it's also, you are in this field and it feels safe, you are in that, but like this, it feels such a privilege, and thank you so much.
It's like in that great fullness. I mean, it's a fullness that just overflows. It's just,
yes,
that's the thing. It's like, and somehow, we want to put it somewhere, but it's just a fullness that's just, wow. Yeah, and
exactly.
There's no problem with putting it somewhere, but just to see, it's just literally an overflowing of love.
Yeah. Love that loves it to love.
Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. And thank every experience or expression who is here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Isaac?
Yeah.
Sandra, was it complete?
Yes.
Great. Yeah, I thought so, but I just, yeah. I put in my name.
Oh, beautiful. Mm.
Thank
Yeah. The fragrance of this love affair. Huh? Mm-hmm. Thanks, Ava. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi,
Leilani.
Leilani, and just I see you there.
Yeah,
Good. Hi, can you see me?
I sure can. Yep. Having your drink.
Mm. Lemon and honey and ginger.
Yeah, it's a nice big one too.
Yeah, I love it.
We've got a huge storm here tonight.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, it's so amazing, sitting on this planet, moving through space, and with other galaxies doing their dances and weather in different parts, but it's like
Yep,
it's
so much happening.
so much happening, and it's just yeah.
Just trying to find, peace in it all. Yeah.
Mm. It's like the peace is always here. And so if there's excitement, if the nervous system is activated or something like that, it's all appearing in that peace.
Yeah.
So, it's like there's a habit, you could say, of trying to deal with something to get back to the peace. But what makes more sense is to recognize the peace that it's appearing in.
It's always here.
It's
Yeah.
always here. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm getting a strong sense of that. Yeah.
Yeah. How beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's not a question of getting anywhere. It's just like
No.
a slight shift of focus, and
Yeah.
recognizing what's always here, and then as that, you could say, then there can be the possibility of welcoming and honoring what is showing up, and with a curiosity, without needing to change it or fix it or understand it, just loving presence.
Yeah. And I love to sit in that presence more and more. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's nothing, I mean, it's just, that's all that we actually ever really long for or yearn for, is just to rest. And
This is what we search for, isn't it?
it's weird, yeah. And not seeing that the searching is in the way. It's
out there.
weird.
Yeah. And it's here all the time. Yeah. Boy, did I search, as a lot of us have. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's, in a way, that's what refines itself, just that searching and seeing, oh, wow, that's in the way. Yeah. I mean, to me, that recognition that awareness is always here, and the only thing that moves is our attention.
Yeah.
The field of information is just what it is, always changing, and then awareness is always here, and then just the way our attention, where our attention is and how it's there.
Yeah. Constantly moving. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And as the attention kind of learns, you could say, to rest at its source, just rest, then, yeah, something in the nervous system really responds to that. And that's palpable. That's, yeah.
That's when I call grace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
So beautiful, Isaac. Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I hear you. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you, Isaac.
Good. Great.
I cannot see you anymore, so could you speak?
Okay, if I just speak, does that bring me back on your screen? Great.
It's the first time I sit with you like this, so I have to
Yeah,
see
take
a
your
little bit how
time
it
and
feels.
yeah, just take your time and explore and see. Yeah.
I feel a big expansion going on.
Mm. Yeah, without any effort, huh? Without any doing, just by itself. Huh?
I would like to share something.
Mm-hmm.
What I experienced in all this madness the last couple of days is that things were going in for me, going into the extreme in my system to deal with, into experiencing like, okay, my mental capacity cannot contain what is going on anymore. So I thought, okay, I have to try to digest that in another way because my mental capacity cannot deal with it. And I try to find peace in that, which kind of worked. But then yesterday, what I experienced is for me the control went into such extremes that when I was meditating last night, like it went in such extreme, like it just imploded or exploded. And then I got actually into the other. I felt very free. So that's a little bit the energy where I'm in right now. It's like it feels nice, kind of.
You know, it's interesting when we talk about trying to control, like really it's all that happens is something in our nervous system tightens up.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, we can't control anything. It's like, you know, we can't actually control anything, not even our mind, not anything. It's just like something tightens up and it gives the appearance of trying to control that.
But is it not that when it tightens up so strongly that at certain point in time it just cannot, and that's gone?
Yeah. Look, I'd say the orientation of most expressions of life called people is trying to control. Trying to do the impossible. We can't. But, it doesn't stop. Even though it's never worked up to now, something keeps trying and trying and trying. So,
I hope that I realize, or that my system realized now that doesn't work.
Yeah. So just so just taking a look, that control, what's it trying to accomplish, or what's its function? What's it trying to?
What is it trying to do?
Just for fun, just looking. Somehow there's an intelligence to it.
It keeps me separate.
Yeah, but what's it trying to do? What's its promise?
What is its promise? That's a good question.
Yeah.
What is this control trying to do? To keep me safe, I guess.
Keep you safe, yeah. Yeah, so we're watching that happening on a global level now, trying to control everything, people's movements, what they watch, what they do, give them total control, and then, maybe, but it's a joke, what a joke, it's impossible.
At time you can just go so far and then it just explodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's a little bit also in when the yang is going so strong, or the yin is going, it just turns into the other extreme, or
Recognition, just something just, yeah. It's like at some point, that let go has to happen with us. And every night it happens when we go to sleep. But, also in that moment of what we call dying, what can you hold on to? It's like there's no point there's nothing that can be controlled anymore. It's just.
But for me, it's like, okay, I'm confronted, or I am mirrored with such extreme control, which really mirrors my own control system.
Yeah, and that controlling, who's doing it?
Who's doing the controlling? Who is doing the controlling? And something inside of me, or it's going through me.
Yeah, and who's doing it?
Who's doing it?
Yeah. It wants to keep the little you, yeah. And what is that? If it's automatic and unconscious, then who's doing it? Because if it was up to you, you wouldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, so it's just happening by itself, basically, based on our ancestral information and all of that stuff. It's just what we kind of if you look in your family, was there either your father, your mother trying to control life and trying to control themselves and trying to control each other and trying to control the kids, and no doubt.
But for me, the matter that is now so so strong, so huge. It's just an awakening. It's for me such an awakening because it's really stares you in the face. It's really it's so present.
Mm-hmm.
And to see that it's really not serving anything or anybody or
Excellent. Exactly.
um,
And so to me, part of it is just the honoring of it. Wow, I see you and I see how hard you've worked.
okay, yes.
Thank you for working so hard to try and keep me safe. But I can see you can relax because it's not necessary anymore. Don't need it.
That works. I hope it works on the world. Or I hope it works for the earth as well. Yes, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just honoring that. Okay.
Yeah. It's like not fighting with it, not making it wrong. At some point, that helped to survive, but it's not necessary now in this moment. It doesn't work. So. It's like, in a sense, it's trusting mistrust, which is, it's crazy, yeah? It's like there's something much deeper than that. That's all is well already, yeah?
Okay. Yes, okay. It's really there. It's softening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
There's so many little distinctions that happen. It's like, like what happens is as the system relaxes, love starts to flow. But for many of us, we're so used to this story of I love you rather than just there's love flowing.
Mm-hmm.
But, without the inquiry, who's the I and who's the you, that I love you seems like, oh man, this is what I've always wanted, was for me to be able to love. But actually, love just starts to overflow and there's nobody doing it. It's not a doing and it's not directed anywhere. There's just love flowing everywhere. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Susanna would like to speak. Susanne, you are unmuted.
Shall I
See
unmute
you?
Yeah.
See you?
Yeah, there's so much going on
Mm.
in the system, everywhere. And such a longing to just not be bothered by it.
Mm.
And I know this being love, or you know, and there's such a longing for this. And again, somehow this trap of wanting to do something to get there.
Mm. And when we rest here together, what happens?
Yeah, it gets calmer.
Mm. Consuelo? It's Michael. Lots of love.
Back to her.
Mm.
Yeah, and again, it's with Benjamin. It's really difficult for me to let him be. He has exams tomorrow, and he's just playing computer games, and he's not prepared, and says he needs yeah.
So what have you tried so far?
What have you tried so far?
Bribery,
I tried off
punishment, bribery, and
what means bribery?
offering them something.
Yeah. Punishment. Being pissed. Yeah.
So far, nothing's worked. Huh?
No. What's it here? Nothing's worked so far. He's just entered the room.
Hey, Ben. Who's that? Is that Benjamin next to you? Ah, hey, Benjamin.
Hello.
That's Benjamin.
I see.
Yeah, I've
So
tried.
you like to play video games, huh?
A lot.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, I remember myself at that age. You know, it's like I really didn't care about I could say the whole game.
Yeah.
But somehow, you know, I had a very good memory, and I guess I was, could wing it. I didn't do any. I'd never learned how to study, and you know, this whole idea of vomiting back what somebody told me to show them that I could vomit it back didn't seem like such a good thing.
Das zurückkotzen, was die dir gesagt haben.
Yeah. So I can understand, and I can understand from your side, you know, like somehow wanting to assist Benjamin to have a good base to go into life with. But, you know, I'm not sure that you know, there's been studies of people that are really successful, and it seems to not be that correlated to school.
Yeah.
So, and
yeah, he has also a very good memory, but only for things he's interested in.
yeah, so like bed, yeah.
Yeah. Everything else just
Not interested, yeah. But, you know, look at the love that's there. It hasn't gotten in the way of that. Just this program to be a good mom makes a bit of trouble for you and him.
Yeah.
And something in him doesn't like to be controlled. Which is probably a good thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Kann man helfen?
But you know, I don't think I'm a good person to speak to because I see things a little different than a lot of people. So.
I am very interested how you see things.
Yeah. You know, I just see that, you know, there's love there, and that love gives him stability and a sense of himself that's on his own feet. And that's the best thing, to be prepared for life, and he'll make his way, I don't have a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's really this programming of what you said, of being a good mom, trying to be a good mom.
Yeah.
And all that, what it brings up is just very stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there comes a thought that's
and that's the value. And you know, you could say you can keep trying the same thing, but at some point there's looking at and just noticing it's stressful. Not fun for you, not fun for him. And it's with good intention, no doubt.
yeah, it's also body from heart disputing and sweating and all that stuff. Fear.
I think we all know it, you know, we all know it. Yeah. It's like somehow there's this funny system that many of us don't resonate with, and yet somehow you can't escape it in a way.
Yeah. Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you, Benjamin.
Good to see you too.
Cool.
Warte, du musst mal ganz kurz kommen.
Hi, Christoph.
Hi.
Okay. Shall we?
You know, my father was not really in school, not to go to school. He wanted to teach him. What happened very unregularly. But my father was very successful in life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know. Yeah.
He talked 7 languages and.
Yeah. So you know in your own experience, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
for me, the main thing is the love, you know, and the sense of.
And also that he cannot. Yeah. And maybe he has a period of not so easy life, Benjamin.
Yeah.
And so we have to be with that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And it's hard to know. It's really hard to know, you know. It's just like, you know, I know so many people that live completely different than mainstream, and they live on very little, but they seem to always have enough money to go on holiday and do all kinds of stuff, interesting stuff. They have great lives. It's hard to know, you know. It's like, my sense is, you know, just that we find what we love, and we find what we love to do, and what, you know, and then that life does what it wants. And if what we love to do creates value for people, then normally we get enough to live, and sometimes it takes a while to find what we love to do, and sometimes it's, you know, we know from very young. It's such a wide variety. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, see you. Yeah, if anyone would have asked you what you're going to be doing in 6 months from now, who would have guessed? Who would have been doing this funny dance? Ay, ay, ay. Crazy. You can see, you can't control it. It does its thing. Eh? So, what do you all think you'll be doing in 6 months from now? Anybody's guess, eh?
Hello, Isaac. Can you see me?
I see you perfectly.
Monica.
I get you.
The answer to your question is
at the beginning of the year, I had have a lot of plans to make this workshop, to make that workshop, to go to the retreat with you, and so on. And I thought, oh, there's so much, or would I have all the money for that? And then everything everything was cancelled, and now I feel so free, and I have no plan, and I have no seeing where I am in 6 months.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In a way, it's like that free fall. We just don't know. A lot of times we think we know, but yeah.
Yes, and so this comparison at the beginning, it was so hard. Oh, you must work here, you must work, you must give more massages that you can, massage license that you can pay this what you want to do all this year. And now I'm so relaxed and say, I will see, and I will decide when it comes to me whether I want to do or not, but not this, oh, you must do this, you must do this, that, and
Yeah.
so
Nice,
I'm very, very relaxed, yes. And something is changing. I talked with Maike yesterday about that. It's more and more to feel to go there where it is comfortable and nice and a pleasure, and not so you must do that, you must do that, you are not good enough, you must learn that. I'm not interested no more in this kind of life.
Lovely to enjoy, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
Hello, Isaac.
What is that? Esther. Yeah. Hello.
With you for a short moment. Maybe I want to play with you, but it's not so serious.
Okay. Let me know when it gets too serious.
Sorry?
Let me know when it gets too serious.
Yeah, this is already very serious for me.
Yeah, exactly.
So are we already very serious for you?
It's, you know, that's not the measuring stick for me. So.
Yeah, I can see my system is just doing its dance.
How beautiful.
And a little bit more peace with it, how it functions and reacts.
Yeah. Yeah. and there's that which is aware, ever present. Yeah? Just seeing the personality doing its dance, seeing the thoughts running, and whatever's going on, just recognize it.
No control. Just moving some buttons and then it's changing.
I mean, it's so, to me, you know, those rides at the fairground where kids are on all these vehicles that are on the track and they've got steering wheels and they love turning the wheels, and it's like that.
Yeah, I can see I'm not at you. Yeah, no wheels.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I didn't find it. Even now, the rain radar was telling that rain was coming this hour. And I hope for my garden, yes, rain, and no rain at all. So even that's not a good view. It feels for me more like as if I'm standing on the ice and almost falling through it.
And it feels like no you, no ice, no falling.
Yeah, it's just a way of expression.
I know. But you asked me not to be too serious. So. You asked me not to be too serious.
Yes, please.
No seriousness. A lack of seriousness. Thanks, Esther.
Thank you for playing with me.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Yeah, ciao. Yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and participating, generating this field. Thanks, Ava. Thank you, everybody.